Hi, welcome to the world of colors. I'm Colors. I'm holding Miss Polly Pellet. We're going to make her today. She's an edge dweller. She's got these 17-inch legs, and she's a gnome witch. So we're going to make her today, and I'll be telling you about the supplies we're going to use in just a minute. So what we're going to use to make her today is this gnome fabric that I got at Joann's. This is what it looks like. We're going to use that as our patterned fabric for her dress and her arms and her legs. And this is the piece, two pieces that I'm holding. They're 18 inch by 19 inches wide. 18 inches tall by 19 inches wide. And we want to make sure that the gnomes are standing up on both pieces. So that's the pieces that we're going to use to make her dress. And then we're going to need the same material for her legs. It's going to be 5 inches by 19 inches. We're going to use 4 pieces that are 5 inches by 19 inches, and all of them having the gnome standing up. And then the arms, we'll be using 4 5-inch by 12 inches with the gnome standing up. And that's all we're going to use for that patterned material, for this fleece. And then we're going to use a 17-inch by 21-inch wide piece of black fleece for the body. And for the hair, the front hair, we're going to use 2 4-inch by 7-inch pieces of faux fur for the front hair. I'm going to use orange on this one. I've got purple on the one here, but I'm going to use orange on the second one. So we're going to do the 2 4-inch by 7-inch pieces for the front hair. And then for the back hair, we're going to use a 7-inch long by 8-inch wide piece. And then for the hat, I got this hat at Joann's, and I'm going to show you how to take it apart and use it for this edge dweller here. So we'll take that apart quite quickly into the video, show you how to do that. And then we're going to use 3 2-inch wood balls that I painted with this avocado green paint from Tester's Craft Paints. And we'll just be snapping them off the stir stick as we need them. I'm going to show you right the first thing in the video how to make this broom and tell you the materials that we use to make the broom for the witch. We're going to use some of these foam flowers from the dollar store. And we're going to use these socks from Joann's. I'm going to use orange on this witch, and the witch right here I used purple. We're going to use these witch shoes, just adorable little witch shoes from Dollar Tree, and I'll show you how we're going to attach those. We're going to use some polyester fiber fill, some marbles, some flat marbles, some rubber bands, some of this paper raffia that I get on Amazon. It comes like 7 or 8 colors in a package. It's very inexpensive. And we're going to use that. And we're going to, of course, use the poly pellets. So we'll be right back to get started. Let me clear these things out of the way, and we'll get started making the cute little broom. So the first thing I wanted to do was make the witch's broom. It's really a cute little broom. And I thought we'd make that right off the top. So you want to take a 12-inch dowel. Looks like this. And you want to take some tinsel stems from the dollar store. And a package of those. And the little burlap bow I got these on Amazon, a package of them on Amazon. You could make any little bow that you wanted to for the broom, but that's where these came from. And then the little orange spider came from Joann's, and they come like 5 or 6 of them, like a branch of them at Joann's, so you can get it there. So that's what you're going to need to make it besides your glue. And what you want to do to start is to take and fold your tinsel stems in half. You know, in half like that. We're also going to use one more thing that didn't get put up on the table. This is 4-ply jute. We're going to need that. So we got those folded in half like that, and then we take our dowel and just kind of eyeball it, put it halfway between like that. Tuck it down 1.5 inches or so, like that. So it looks like that. And then you just want to take your 4-ply jute, which I got at Walmart, and you just want to wrap it around real tight. Probably 5 or 6 times. And then you can cut it and glue it. Like that. And then you just want to take your 4-ply jute and start twirling it and gluing it around your dowel. So I'll just put some glue on here. And just start wrapping it around all the way to the top. Every so often, put 1 inch of glue on the wood just to secure it good. So I got to the end of my glue, but I'll keep going another 1 inch or so before I put some more glue on there. And then I'll do it again. And I'm going to do this all the way to the top. And I'll be right back with you. So I've got it wound all the way up to the top, and I glued it right there on the top. And then I want to put the burlap bow on there. So we'll just do that. And we want to glue the spider to the top of the broom. Just like that. And that makes for a cute little broom like that for our poly pellet. So the next thing I'm going to do when I come back is show you how we take these hats apart and use them for our gnomes and our edge dwellers or whatever you're using your hat for. I'll show you how we do it in just a minute. So what I wanted to show you next was how I go about taking these hats apart so that we can use them for our gnomes. Just want to cut this tag off. This is from Joann's. Is what you want to do is take your blow dryer and get this really warm down here on where the circle is here. You want to get that real warm. I'll get that real warm and I'll be right back with you. Okay, it's ready to come off now. I use the blow dryer for a few minutes on it, and then you just pull this part off like that. And I put some stuffing in here, just a little bit like that. You don't want to go out too far with your stuffing because you want it to be able to sit down good. And now it's all ready to go on. When we're ready for it, it'll be ready. So I'll set that aside and I'll be right back with you. So I'm going on to making the legs and attaching the shoes. These shoes are from Dollar Tree. You want to take your 4 5-inch by 19-inch long pieces of Gnome fleece and put the right sides together. There's definitely right sides and wrong sides on this fabric. So we're going to put the right sides together like that when we glue them. And then we're going to glue the 2 sides together on both leg pieces. So I'll get started getting those glued. Lay that down like that. And just come in about 1/4 inch. You might have to stop halfway and put your fabric over on half of it and then do the other half, just so your glue doesn't set up. It just depends on how fast you can get down to the other end. Like that. And just lay that down like that. We're going to do that on all 4 sides. I'm going to do it the other side here, and then this side and this side on the other leg. And I'll be right back with you. So you want to take your glued leg pieces and turn them right side out. And then you want to find the bottom of your piece here, the bottom of your leg. So keep the gnomes going up. We'll find the bottom here, and we're going to gather it together and fasten it together with a rubber band. Go down about 1 inch. And then take your jute like that, just to give it some extra security there. Now we want to take the whole thing in our poly pellets. I always get these when I have the 60% off one item, one regular priced item, or the 50% off one regular priced item. And I save a lot on these by doing that. These are usually regular price, so. And you just want to tip it up. Get it to flow. There we go. You're going to flow it all the way up to about 2 or 3 inches from the top. And I'll be right back with you. So we got that in there, and then you want to keep it flat at the top of the leg because that's the part that's going to go underneath her body. And we're going to glue that underneath the body, so we don't want it to be full of the poly pellets. So I'm just going to put the glue in there like that and close that shut. Close that shut like that. And then go to the other end and take one of your witch's boots. And we're gonna glue it on like that. So we're gonna put some glue on here. You don't need to put any marbles in here, anything for weight. There's plenty of weight in those poly pellets. So the legs will dangle down when you put her on the edge of something. So I got that like that, and then you just want to tuck this part in like that. Making sure there's enough poly pellets down there. And you want to hold it for a couple minutes and let it set up. So we've got the two legs finished as far as putting the boots and getting the leg put together. We want to put the socks on. So you want to take these socks from Joann's, and I'm using orange on this one, and you want to measure 17 inches. 17 inches, right about to here. And cut those right across like that. We're going to use these on another project. And we're going to use these for her socks. So you just want to take them. Let's move this around like this so I can. We'll get the bow on the front. Like that. Just go all the way up to the top. We'll leave the lace coming over the top of the boot like that. And we'll just tack this sock down at the top. And I'll do the other leg and I'll be right back with you. Now you'll notice that your bows are upside down once you get it on here like this. So you just want to twirl it back around like that and put a little glue on there. So I'll be right back, and I think we're going to make the arms next. So you take out your 4 pieces of 5-inch by 12-inch the Gnome fleece. We're going to do the arms. And you want to make sure that that you have 2 pieces facing inward, the right sides inward on both of them. And then you just glue them together, both sides, just like we just did the legs. I'll start with this one. Come about 1/4 of an inch in. And we're going to glue both sides. Now I'm going to do all the other 3 sides, and then I'm going to let them set up a minute, and I'll be right back with you. Now I've made one arm. It looks like this. Minus a piece of glue there. This is how the arms look. I'm going to make another one right now. So you want to take your pieces that you glued together, turn them the right side out. Like that. We want the gnome to be going up and we want to leave the bottom open. So we're gonna gather the top. This is the part that we're gonna glue to the body. So we'll gather it up like that. Put a rubber band on it. Like that. And then, wrong one. We're going to tie some jute around it. That's going to be really secure. Then we take the paper raffia that I get on Amazon, and you want to hold out about 2-3 inches there, and then just wrap it till you can't see the rubber band anymore. And then hold out a few inches like that, and tie your little bow. I'm going to put a little glue under there, under the nose of the bow, just so things don't fall apart later. And then I'm going to put some poly pellets inside this. Just put this like this. About what I want there. You know, I think I'm going to need a little bit more. Just a little bit more. There we go. Let me set those aside. And I'll be right back with you. So I got this finished up down here. I got the rubber band on and I tied it with some jute. And this is the end that's going to be fastened to the body. And this is the end that we're going to attach a hand. And what we do is we pop it off the stir stick. It's all ready for us to glue on. That's really the easiest way to paint these, is to glue them on a stir stick and then paint them that way with a fan brush. Put that right in there like that. And I'll let that set up. So the body is 17 inches tall, 21 inches wide. So we're going to take the 17-inch long sides and put them together and glue them. And I'll let that set up. So I've got that glued together and all set up. And what I do is take the bottom, which will be either side, and we're gonna make this the bottom. We're gonna ruffle it together like that. Just keep pinching it off into your fingers like that, and then put your rubber band around it. Now we haven't turned it right side out. We're still working on the inside of this. There we go. We got that wrapped, and I'll put some jute on it. Now we're going to turn it right side out, like that. I'm going to pull the fleece out a little bit around the rubber band. I'm not going to pull it out of there. I'm just going to straighten it out a little bit. And then we'll put it like this. We'll have our seam in the back, and we're going to put some marbles in the bottom. I'm just going around that stub that we just made, turned inside out, kind of making the marbles even go around in there. That should be good. And then we want to get our polyester fiber fill and fill this up. And we'll fasten at the top with a rubber band and some jute. And then we'll start fastening everything that we've made. So I'll be right back with you. So I've got that all fastened with the rubber band and the jute at the top. Looks like this. I have a lot of stuff on my table right now. So the seam's in the back, and we're going to follow the seam up to the front here. And that's where we're going to glue our last 2-inch green ball right up to the front here, and it'll become the nose. Put it right on like that and hold on to it for a couple minutes. So the next thing I want to do, got the nose all set up there, is put on the arms. We've got the arms all made. So we're going to glue them right to the back of the stub here, like that, on both sides. Like that. I'm just going to glue them right on the side of that seam. You won't be able to see the seam anyway, but I always work like that. So I've got that one glued on. I'm going to hold it for a couple minutes. I'm going to glue this other one on, and I'll be right back with you to do the legs next. So the next thing we're going to do, we've got the arms attached. We're going to attach the legs, and we're just going to put some glue on the front. Make sure that there's all the poly pellets are down into the bottom part of the leg. Not the bottom part, but down to about here. And then put your glue on the flat part. like that, and then just set it right down on there like that. You can hold the sides up like that, and we'll give that a couple minutes. Okay, so we've got the legs attached, and the next thing we want to do is the dress. So I took out my two 18-inch long by 19-inch wide pieces. I put them right sides together with the gnome standing up towards me. Right sides together like that. And is what we want to do first is take the tops and fold it up together like that until you get the middle right there, and take a bright, maybe an orange marker would be the best, and mark your center like that, and then take your measuring tape and measure off 3.5 inches on each side, because we're wanting 7 inches up here, right in the middle, like that. We take it like that, and then we want to go up about 6 inches on each side, and we want to start cutting towards this notch we have, this little orange notch on the end. Just kind of round it out towards that, like that. You can take the piece that you just cut out and lay it right there, so that you make sure both your sides are the same on your dress. And just cut that right up to the orange like that. And then what we want to do is take and make a slit down that middle mark like that. It's probably about 2 inches that way. And then we're going to glue back up to where the arms are going to come in. So we'll just glue this on this side. We'll go up and we'll glue. About to there. Put those together. Oh, I'm on the wrong side still. I'm going to make my mark. That's how far up I glued. And I'm going to go to the other side and do the same thing. We're getting there. There. Put those together. Now I'm going to let that set up and I'll be right back with you. Now I'm going to glue the very tops of the dress. You see where I'm at here. The two sides by the slit up here. We're going to glue the tops. I'm going to glue both sides. We'll let that set up a minute. So I'm going to take and turn the dress right side out. Here we have our little dress, like that. And we'll go ahead and put it on. Just start by putting the slit part up there by the nose and then put the arm in each side. It'll be a little tight to start, but then you get more space as you go up. There you go, like that. A little dress like that. Pull this down. And then you'll have these two little, about 1/2 inch on each side that you can glue that down. And I'll give that a minute. So now we're gonna be attaching her front hair, which goes on the side of each side of the nose, like that. I'll just glue the top on this one. Glue the top together like that. Glue that right in there. Not my fingernails. There we go. And we're gonna do the other side the same way. That. We'll take some hairspray and fluff this up for the witch look. Let that set up. So I'm just fluffing this up and using the hairspray like that. And then also, I wanted to tell you on these front pieces, just run your glue down the arm. Our beautiful little arms are going to get glue on them, and lay the hair on it like that. That's the look that we want, to leave the hair right there like that. And I'm going to turn her around, and then we're going to do the back hair. I'll be right back. So take your 7-inch long by 8-inch wide piece of faux fur. We're using orange on this one. We use purple on the other one. And just kind of find the center and put that in the center right here. Now do this side. And while that is setting up, I will work on the hair with the hairspray and get it looking like a witch's hair. And I'll be right back. So I think we are ready to put the hat on now. We've got the hat all ready from earlier. And is what we'll do is we'll just put it right about here. We're going to take our glue and go around right where we took the, you can see the glue marks from what we took off. We'll just put our glue right there, go around a couple times. like that. And I've got the black rose right on the right side like that. We'll set it right down like this. And we'll give that a couple minutes. So I attached these, the foam flower pieces as like buttons coming down her dress. I didn't want to use them on here. I wanted to use the ribbons. So a little bit different than the other one. And then to take the broom that we made earlier and attach that, you just want to lay it down across like that and take a piece of your jute and tie it this way. Let's see if I can get over here and do this. Like that. And she's all done, but you'll notice on this one I have a black cat on the side. I have these black cats that I got last year at Dollar Tree. I'm not positive they still have them. I tried to find out. I couldn't find out if they still had them or not, or maybe you have them from last year, but I thought that was a cute little touch to put the little cat next to her. So we're all done. Here they are. If you like this video, make sure to like. And if you want to see more videos like this, make sure to subscribe.